Excel Tutorial 5, pages 314 through 318, the last video for this tutorial. Starting on page 314, creating a recommended pivot table. To create a recommended pivot table, go to the Cash Receipts worksheet and select any cell in the Excel table. On the ribbon, click the Insert tab. In the Tables group, click the Recommended Pivot Tables button. The Recommended Pivot Tables dialog box opens. You can select from several pivot tables. The Sum of Amount by Day pivot table meets the request. Click Sum of Amount by Day, the fourth pivot table in the left panel. Sum of Amount by Day, right there, fourth one down. Be careful because this one, it says sum of amount by day, but it's sum of amount by day and segment. This one is sum of amount by day. Okay, an enlarged version of the selected pivot table is displayed on the right pane of the dialog box. Click the OK button. A pivot table of the cash receipts by day appears in a new worksheet. Page 315. In the Pivot Table Fields pane, in the Values area, Pivot Table Fields pane, Values area, click the Sum of Amount button, and then click Value Field Settings. The Values Field Settings dialog box opens. Step 7. Click the Number Format button. The Format Cells dialog box opens. Step 8. In the Category box, click Currency and then click OK. Step 9. Click the OK button. The numbers in the pivot table are formatted as currency with 2 decimal places. Step number 10. On the ribbon, click the Pivot Table Tools Design tab. In the Pivot Table Styles group, click the More button. We are going to go with Pivot Style Medium 10. Okay? Pivot Style, that's Medium 3. Do you feel like 10? Maybe I should actually count, right? There's that second orange one. Rename the worksheet as Daily Receipts Pivot Table. Okay, got it? Go ahead and save. Then turn over to page 316. Read the insight box about adding a calculated field to a pivot table report, and then read about creating a pivot chart. To create and format the pivot chart, select any cell in the pivot table. On the ribbon, click the Pivot Table Tools Analyze tab. In the Tools group, click the Pivot Chart button. The Insert Chart dialog box opens. If necessary, click the Clustered Column Chart, the first chart in the Column Chart section. Okay, and mine is already selected. If yours isn't, it's just Column, and then this one is Clustered. Then click OK. A pivot chart appears next to the pivot table along with the Pivot Chart Fields pane. Step 5. On the ribbon, click the Pivot Chart Tools Design tab. In the Charts Layout group, click the Add Charts Element button. Okay, in the Chart Layouts group, click the Add Charts Element button. Point to Legend, and then click None. The legend is removed from the pivot chart. You do not need a legend because the pivot chart has only one data series. Top of page 317, number 7. In the pivot chart, right-click the chart title and then click Edit Text. The insertion point appears in the title so you can edit it. Select the title and type cash receipts by day. Okay, check your spelling real quick, cash receipts by day, make sure it's correct, and then just deselect inside of the chart. Right click any column, okay, and I picked this one. And we're going to use, okay, so you right click it, it selects all of the columns, and we're going to go up to our fill button, and we are going to select orange accent 2. Okay, orange accent 2. Go ahead and select that. All right. Whoops, okay, you. Okay, select, reselect, fill, orange accent 2. There we go. Drag the pivot chart so its upper left corner is in cell D3. Okay, right there. Now your pivot chart is aligned with the pivot table. Take a look at figure 5-47 and make sure that what you have on your screen matches what's in the book. Okay, a couple of quick little paragraphs in between the instructions for you to read, because we're going to go on to filter. To filter the pivot chart to display cash receipts from Monday through Friday, make sure the pivot chart is selected. Okay, if you deselected it all, just click in any white area of the pivot chart and make sure that it has the sizing handles all the way around it. Make sure it's selected, then click the day axis field button in the pivot chart. Okay, the day axis field button is right there. The filter menu opens. Click the Sunday and Saturday check boxes to remove their check marks. So we want to get rid of Sunday and Saturday. Click the OK button. The pivot chart displays only cash receipts for the weekdays. The pivot table is automatically filtered to display the same results. Select cell A1. You can take a look at figure 5-48 on page 318 and ensure that your work matches what's in that figure. And hit save, and that is the last portion of the tutorial.